Welcome back again, guys, and it's another episode of VJ Show. It's about day 70 of VJ Show, English Show, and it's a what? It's another episode, and it's totally what a fresh episode. So we are just looking over to the some value over the today's episode. So we are just moving over to the first segment, which is vocabulary bank, and I just have to remind you all guys that I have some new fresh vocabulary. It's about three or four new one, so it's not about stressing out that for vocabulary, but I totally first I just plan to do some review over the earlier vocabulary that we already been taught, and in combined to that I just what present the remaining four or three new fresh vocabulary. So you almost clear about the plan, right? So we are just moving on to that. And adept, skilled or proficient. Congenial, sharing same temperament or quality. Bolster, to support or strengthen. Elucidate, to explain something and make it clear. Jocular, someone who cracks jokes. Presume, pre-assuming. Pragmatic, practical, realistic, down to earth, matter of fact. Pile, a group of several things of same type that are put on top of each other. Succinct, concise, short or brief. Seedling, a young plant or tree grown from a seed. Filth, dirt or dirty stuff. Bleak, unhappy, unpleasant, having no hope. Vicious, deliberately cruel or violent. Fruition, realization or fulfillment of a plan or project. Reminisce, talk about pleasant events in your past. Abscond, to leave quickly and secretly and hide oneself, often to avoid arrest. Remonstrance, an expression of protest, complaint, especially a formal statement of grievance. Hoodwink, act of hiding from sight or hides another thing from view. Mendacious, lying or untruthful. Chagrin, a keen feeling of mental unease caused by failure or disappointment. Calumny, a misrepresentation intended to harm another's reputation. Ruffian, lawless or recklessly brutal fellow. Tickety boo, fine or okay. Kangalang, unprincipled person. Legitimacy, accordance with the law. Inchayot, only partially in existence. Paranoid, feeling extremely nervous and worried because you believe that other people do not like you or are trying to harm you. Unfathomable, so deep that the bottom cannot be reached or incapable of being fully understood. Fathomless, unable to be measured or understood, extremely deep. And that's it, and we just going with the new vocabulary. So the first word is confine, restrict to certain limit. And naysay, naysay, say negatively. We know that some instance where we just planning for some new initiative, at that time we will get or we will hear some other negative noises which is external to us. So that's we can see that we can say that naysay, or the person who just saying that kind of things will be naysayer. And the next word is dawned, and it means frightened. Altruistic, altruist, altruistic, and it's about unselfish act, which has an example of donation. And that's all, and we are just winding up that segment, which is vocabulary bank, and we are just moving on to the next segment, which is what open fire. So today's I don't even have any much topic, so I just forgot to but mention yesterday episode. It's because I don't have the opportunity to download furthermore new movies. It's because my internet data completely exhausted, so I just have to recharge it, right? So due to some certain what situation, so I have to wait for some more week to get recharge. Otherwise, my papa's what salary won't come. So I just have to wait for that. And that's the main reason why I just have to wait for I think 1 or 2 weeks to get charged. So I just using the MH's phone's Wi-Fi. So it's only have that 1.5 GB per day. So me and my younger brother is still using that net. So I have to be more what cut short our my usage over the net. Otherwise he won't use he can use the net effectively. So we have to be in cooperation, right? So that's we are just planning. So we are just scrolling over Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube. That's only way that I am just involved in on daily basis. So that's the only way I can find some sources or some way or the path to the external world. So that's all. And from morning itself I don't have any other plans. After watching that what the Hangover series entire 3 parts, I have that kind of what lacking of new fresh films in my phone. So I am just waiting and just scrolling some YouTube videos, FB posts, etc. etc. That's the only thing that I am just doing. Meanwhile, I am just doing some breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. etc. That's what normal routine that I am just following nowadays. So it's about some what anxiously I am just waiting for tomorrow and what all new things will happen. It's about full of suspense. So I like that kind of suspense. It's because the astonishing effort or the impact will be a what enormous in an enormous way. So what I totally enjoy that kind of moments. So it's totally about life is completely about the moments, right? So we have to create it within us. So don't want to focus on outside or any external matters or aspects, etc. etc. It's because if you have to happy, sad, any other emotion, become angry, everything, you are the main reason why you are being that emotion. So you are just carrying that emotion. So you are the only solution to change that emotion. So it's about what if you have to become happy, you just find the way, and it's within you. So you totally want to wait, don't want to wait, or especially what you just have to wait for the exact time to happen in your life, which will be what anything which is favorable or otherwise unfavorable to you. So it's about what just accept it, that's all. And then only you can embrace that what activities into what a realistic way. So if you don't want to accept the things that happening in your life in a way nor in a pragmatic way, then you just have to what there is no other solution. You just want to accept it, that's all. Otherwise your life will be in a boom situation, boom disaster. So everything you completely accept in your life, it's because it's totally narrated way early before. So you don't want to overthink or over tensed or obsessed with that kind of thoughts. It's about it's already been written everything that about you and the next generation as well. So the impact of what all things you just do in this universe is completely what narrated especially. So the after effects of that events will totally will be what whether it will be in your favor or otherwise vice versa. So you just accept what all things happening. After that you just take a decision on regard to that dimension which is favorable or otherwise. So it will what it will makes you some kind of what new experience over your life, which is what a fresh experience. So each and every moment you just experience your life, that's all. And you can be make that kind of what comfort zones in your situation. We can be agree on that kind of moments only will be happening in your life. There is certain instance where you have to take a decision which is not in your comfort zone, so you have to be in a what go outside of your comfort zone, then only you can exist in that situation. And that scenario is something which is makes you to learn so many things from that. So it's about nothing but to attempt it, right? And the kind of confidence, the attitude towards that situation or scenario, it's totally about your what that's bolster your future endeavors too. So everything happen in your life has something to do, and you have to be calm and serene for the time. And you can see it's completely happening as a magic moment, and the miraculous effect will happen all over your entire life. So you must have to be that kind of what gratify over your precious moments. So each and every seconds we can claim that each and every seconds is completely of that kind of what that kind of precious, but we can't even judge on that. Just use each and every situation or events happening in your life, use just your hair, not your brain, and it will help you a lot in some certain situations. So and that's all. It's because completely outside it's about rain pouring. That's the reason why I am just taking this video up, not in upstairs but the downstairs. So that's why it's completely of dark shades over the video. So hope that you will be cope up with that and just listen over the audio, that's all. And we can see, I am just hoping that tomorrow I will have that kind of bright sunny day, and that that will help me to take the video in from the upstairs itself. So it's our basic or the what normal location, right? So I am also enjoying that location to that kind of enthusiasm or the greenery, which is the main thing that I am just supporting the most. So that have the utmost kind of what pleasure, and I just think that you all like that kind of things are also. So that's all, and we are just winding up today's episode. It's about day 70 of PJ Show English Show, and here Jithin signing off. Bye for now. See you next time in the next episode. Bye bye.